Leon Edwards is fighting in the main event this weekend at UFC London against Sean Brady. And in my opinion, Leon Edwards cannot lose. He can't. If he loses, everyone will view him so differently. And maybe that's unfair. Like, he's 12-1 in his last 13 fights and his only loss being Belal Muhammad. He pretty much ended Kamaru Usman's career. I know he obviously didn't, but like, theoretically he did. He's beat him, he knocked him out after getting dominated, and then he actually went to London and dominated him. So he's such a good fighter, but for some reason, maybe it's because he doesn't I don't know, maybe because he doesn't promote himself in a way that certain people like, he's just not loved by the fans. I feel like even in the UK fans, people aren't like obsessed with him. Everyone would much prefer Tom Aspinall, Paddy Pimblett. Even like, feel like if just someone a bit lower, like say Jordan Vucenic, if he starts getting a couple of wins, everyone will start backing him way more than they ever back Leon Edwards, who's like one of the best, if not the best, English MMA fighter of all time. And this fight this weekend, it's difficult. I'll be honest, against Sean Brady, it is difficult. Sean Brady is a little bit like, I don't want to say BTEC Belal Muhammad, because that seems a bit mean, but Sean Brady's grappling is unbelievable. He's beat Craig Jones in a jiu-jitsu match. I obviously know he just stayed in guard, really, for the fight and got the takedown, but still, he still technically beat Craig Jones, which is very impressive. Also, his performance against Gilbert Burns, don't get me wrong, I feel like Gilbert Burns is slightly on the decline. I don't think it was Gilbert Burns who fought 5 years ago, but like against when he was fighting like Kamaru Usman and people like that. But Sean Brady's still really good. He's really good at getting you to the cage, putting you on the back foot, and then working his takedowns, then wrestling up against the cage. And Leon Edwards, he kind of did struggle with that in the Belal Muhammad fight, but he was really good at throwing shots off his back foot. So maybe that will mean he could TKO Sean Brady from that, but I personally don't think he will. I do think Leon Edwards is going to win by decision, but he has to win. He has to win. Doesn't matter how he wins, he has to win. He cannot lose against Sean Brady. If he loses against Sean Brady, then I feel like he's out of the title picture fully. I don't think if he wins this fight, they'll give him a title shot. I think he'll have to either fight Joaquin Buckley, Ian Gary, someone like that. So if he loses this fight, I think they'll then maybe give him MVP, which would be an amazing fight. But Leon's not an active fighter. He fights once a year. So will MVP even wait for that? Maybe MVP will overtake him, because everyone loves watching MVP fight. Everyone loves MVP in a press conference. He does loads of fun stuff when you actually watch the fight. So do I think if he loses this fight, the UFC are going to give him loads of favours and easy matchups and try and get him back to the top? I don't. I think they'll make an example out of him, give him the hardest matches possible, give him all the up-and-coming contenders, the Carlos Prates, the just the hardest matches they can find, and trying to make a name off beating a former champion who had a 12-fight unbeaten run. So this weekend, Leon Edwards does have to win. And I'll keep saying that, but I think it's so apparent. If Sean Brady loses, he just fights the winner of Carlos Prates, Jeff Neal, or he fights Ian Gary. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously a big thing, but I think he's 31. Sean Brady, like, he's got ages in the game left, and he's already high up in the rankings, so it's not like he's going to fall that much. He might fall to like 7 or 8, which is still fine, because win 2 more fights, you're back in the top 3. So let me know what you think is going to happen this weekend. I do think Leon Edwards is going to win by decision. I think his striking's going to be too much. I think Sean Brady's grappling is unbelievable, but Leon Edwards' takedown defense is also amazing. I understand in the Belal fight it didn't look that good, but it's 5 a.m. Belal Muhammad was fighting on the exact same time difference. Leon Edwards fighting at 5 o'clock in the morning. He had an injured back, and some days you just have an off night. So I feel like the tide has really turned with Leon. I feel like before the Belal Muhammad fight, everyone was loving him, and he was proper ripping Belal Muhammad. Sometimes it was pretty bad, but people were loving it. And then now he lost, people hate it and say it's bullying, and I don't know. But do I think Sean Brady does have a chance of winning, I do. I really do. I honestly think it's like a 60-40 matchup. I'm like 60% swaying to Leon and 40% swaying Sean Brady. Because Sean Brady is really high level. He only ever got beat by Bilal Muhammad, and looking back, that's not a terrible loss. Obviously, he did get TKO'd, which isn't the best by Bilal Muhammad. But Leon Edwards definitely performed a lot better than Bilal Muhammad, and I even think people see that performance and see it as like a humiliation performance where he was awful, but that's because it was Bilal Muhammad. Like, if I don't know, if Shavkat done that to Leon, no one would be saying, oh, it's humiliation. Everyone would just be like, oh my god, how good Shavkat. But people just don't want it, or just for some reason don't give Bilal Muhammad the respect he actually deserves. So let me know what you think. Do you think Leon Edwards is going to win? And if he doesn't win, what do you think happens with him? And I'll see you later.